you're a man. That's
X
science.
well I well okay, so let's go back to how you said like we need to change like our ideals on gender in general. You know what I mean? X whatever I'm not sure on the science. I'm not really one of those girls, but whatever the chromosomes is means you're born with the penis. Whatever the chromosomes, you're born with the vagina and all of those constructions. You know what I mean? Yes, but I feel like you can't not recognize that there are ways to not to like you know what I mean to decide that you don't
You
want to be
can't
that
change
anymore.
your chromosomes. You can't change your chromosomes. No way, shape, or form can you change your chromosomes. So
I
no,
mean, I
you
feel like when
can't
people are
do
really
that.
thinking about gender identity, they're not really thinking about their chromosomes. Like we're not really boiling it
Yeah,
down
but
to
that's
that.
the problem. That scientifically, you should be worrying about that
Why?
because
Why?
that's
Why is that the
science.
problem?
That's reality. That's reality.
Why is it such a problem though, Ayana? Like I'm confused on that. Why is it such a problem?
Because why is it such a problem to follow science and reality? Because it's science and reality.
Girl, science and reality gets like literally broken all the freaking time.
Right, there are things that change, but overall, what hasn't changed since the beginning of time is that XX chromosomes means you're a man, XY chromosomes means you're a woman. I mean, XY chromosomes means you're a man, XX chromosomes means you're a woman. That has not changed. That has been consistent. It's been tested and proven, and even especially with this new onslaught of the transgender community, it has been checked and looked into again. And guess what? Results are still the same. XX, you're a woman. XY, you're a
It
man.
ain't
And then they
it
have
ain't a hundred
intersex.
percent consistent, Ayana. You know
But
it
see, that's what I'm
is.
saying. Why are you changing science? Why are you trying to change science to make them fit in?
I don't think they're trying to fit in. I think they want to be
Well, I
comfortable.
mean, and this
They
is not
want
every transgender individual, but I've had trans people, trans women tell me that I'm not really a woman, even though I have a vagina. I was born with a vagina and I have period and just that is they're trying to say, well, a woman isn't really a woman like you think that it's a woman because they're trying to change it and in order for them to validate their existence, they have to invalidate mine
to. No, ma'am.
so that they can fit
I'm
into the label. You can't say no when this has happened many, many, many times.
no. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying I'm not going to touch on that because I don't agree with that. Like I'm never going to take away from the struggles of my black cis woman. Never
Yeah, well,
in
you're
my.
not. You're not. The problem is that there have been a lot of transgender women who also go on to say things that they created a competition. They feel like they're better than
Are
trans
those
women, which
trans
is
women
fine.
black
But then
or are
they
those trans
also,
women? Who
but
are these trans women?
I've had trans women tell me that they've been a trans woman for a year, and they've had a harder life, and they have more experience as a woman than I do.
I mean, come on, like let's just call it what it is. You know what I mean? That's just not true. We don't have to pay
I
that.
know,
You
but
know what I
this is the
mean?
ideology that a
Pay
lot
that.
of them are carrying, that too many of them are carrying, and that's problematic. And that's why I'm saying the stuff that I'm
Not
saying.
not our real queens out here, because there's real queens out here who are fighting for us
Yeah, and
all. You know what I mean?
I've had conversations with plenty of great transgender women who concur that that is a false ideology, and they realize and they know that they will never really be a woman, and they
And
understand the
nah,
difference, and they know that nothing that they're saying sounds right. And so I respect that and I support that. But there are some people who are going out of their way to be disrespectful.
okay, Ayana. Here, I'm gonna call it this. We gonna pay it. We gonna pay it. Okay. I don't think you're inherently transphobic. I see where you're coming from now. I wanted to clear that. You know what I mean? So we gonna pay it and we gonna call it a
All
night.
right.
All right. You have a good night.
Great. Perfect. Thanks. That's pretty nice. I'll hurry up. I'm ready to go to sleep.
So,
Hey, how to
what up? How you doing?
say
So
what?
my whole thing,
Oh,
my thing with the wait, is the other dude still in here, or is it just me?
just you.
Oh, okay. Now, just the whole thing with the chromosomes and science. So you believe like people have the free will to do whatever they want, right? Hmm?
For the most part, yeah. As long as it's
Wait,
not hurting or harming anybody else, sure.
wait, but free will means that you should be able to do whatever you want, even if it does harm somebody else. That's free will.
I mean, you can't stop anybody, but I don't
You're
exactly
right.
agree with
So
it.
okay, you don't. But do you believe people have free will?
Yeah, they for the most part, yeah.
Yes, you can be a white person if you want to choose to be. Other people are going to say no. That's and then that falls into what I was also going to say. Do you believe everybody has their own perspective of things,
Yeah, for the most part, kind of.
and that most societies are set by a social rhetoric that the majority put in place?
Yeah.
I didn't say anything about liberty. I don't know what they talking about. Um, so with that, you talking about XY chromosomes, you're trying to tell people to stick to logic, but free will and perspective will allow people to be or do whatever they want outside of scientific means. I mean, look, if I look, I mean, they saying it down in
Yeah,
the comments.
and that's fine. Like I said, then you could do that. But the question is, with that, well, I mean, you already answered the question. So the answer is that I don't feel that you can then call somebody homophobic because they don't agree with the reality that you made up in your head.
Right, and you're completely right. But
Yeah.
here's
So
and
then people
that's
shouldn't
what
be
I was going to
getting
say.
penalized for it. Because I could easily like the fact people could. I mean, it hasn't happened, but you know, there's penalties for that. Like people could lose their
Right.
job for disagreeing with the made up reality that is in somebody's head. I could lose my account.
Okay, but see, here's the
So
thing though.
that's a
But
problem.
but here's the thing. That's
So
up
it's
to
not as free as we think it is it?
no. It is free. You are able to do whatever you
Oh,
want.
well, yeah, I guess it is free will, but there's consequences.
Yeah, but there's always going to be consequences and stuff. You can still
But
go
I
ahead with
find that
knowing
funny.
the
How
consequence.
is but I feel that that's a problem that you can have consequences just because you don't believe with, a delusion that somebody made up in their head.
I don't
Because
feel
that's
as
what
if
it is.
no, but see, that's the thing. It's the perspective. It's delusional to that person because they believe what they want to
Yeah,
believe.
but that's the
I
thing
believe
is,
what I want to
yeah,
believe.
but it's that would be I mean, it might not seem delusional to them. It might be delusional to me. Just
Exactly.
don't.
So then it comes down to if you care if they believe you're delusional or not. Let's put it like this for marriage. You have people that think now I always confuse these two. So tell me which one is the one that allows 3 people marriages?
Polygamy,
Yeah, that one.
polyamory.
There we go. You have people who talk about who talk about their polygamy marriage, and other people see it and they think they're crazy. They're not really in love. They just want to have sex. And then you have polygamy people that vice versa think the same thing. Who's right? Who's wrong? Or is it just comes down to if you care what this other person is saying or not?
Okay, so you're just saying overall, you're just saying that there's no possible way for me to be homophobic.
I mean, if that's what you believe, then yes. If you believe you're not homophobic in what you're doing, you're not homophobic. All these words and all this type of stuff that people are talking about, these were all man created by somebody else. It's like, let me see.
Awesome. What's your final words? Because I'm getting very hot and very tired, and I want to leave.
Um, well, I kind of had a brain fart just now, so I forgot. So my final words is I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and hope everybody in the comments enjoys the rest of their day as well.
All right, cool. Thank
Anytime.
you. Thank you. I'm contradicting myself. No. Get your point, girl, but your words are coming out judgmental using the delusional. Facts. You right. You right. You right. They don't be making no sense. Facts. All right. There's one less lonely girl. This the last person. One less lonely.
Hello, can
Yup.
you hear
What's
me?
your point? I hear you. You're on
Um, I,
mine.
I want to talk about the transgender and reinforces patriarchy. I think it's true because we
Mm-hmm.
can see in sports right now when trans women who were men before go into women's
Yep.
sports, it's it's really bad. It's really bad. Even though with the testosterone control pills and everything, it's really bad. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's actually like in the UFC. I don't know if it's Fox, the guy who joined the UFC because he's a
Mm-hmm.
transgender. He bet a
Uh,
woman and broke her score. Huh?
whoa.
He broke
How did that?
a score. And in
Damn.
swimming, the guy who joined the swimming thingy competitions and everything, he's a transgender. He's getting all the medals right now. It's really bad,
Right.
and the women fought for the rights to start their own sports league and everything. They were not able to do anything. They were not able to start their own sports league and everything until the 1972 somewhere. So I feel like it's hindering women from really enjoying the rights that they fought for by including men in the sports.
Yeah,
And
that's my
again,
point.
and again, when it comes to like the prison reforms, they actually put a transgender into a women's prison, and he ended up impregnating two women in prison.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's not really good at all. Again, about the, I want to talk about also the BLM. I feel like it's doing bad more than good because the more the protests, the more they're saying that the movement is separate from the company, the actual BLM thing organization. There's no difference. They're the ones who are starting the protests. They're the ones who are enticing people to start the protests. I believe the movement and the organizations themselves, they should just close down because last year they raised up to $90 million and it's lost right now. No one can really find where it is. That's what they're saying. They're saying it's in stock and it's in property, but really they just ate the whole money. $90 million.
Mm.
And I really feel like the organization and it's just making it worse. And I feel like black people in America, they should focus on their problems first because there is more black on black violence than white on black violence in America.
Wait.
That's the thing. And there are more gangs in America who are killing each other. Like I was watching the news, a 14-year-old boy was just dragged from the house by gang members and got shot in front of his mom. So I feel like black Americans, by following the Black Lives Matter movement, they are really destroying their communities more than building it because they're destroying the police station, an organization that was supposed to protect them. They're destroying infrastructures, they're destroying black-owned businesses because white people, they didn't go to the white neighborhoods and started protesting there. They were protesting in the black neighborhoods and destroying businesses that are owned by black people,
Yeah.
stealing everything and graffitiing everywhere, vandalizing graveyards and everything. So I feel like the Black Lives Matter movement and the organizations are just making things worse. And when it's black on black crime, they don't even televise it, and it's not mentioned in the news. But white on black, it's a really big deal. So yeah, that's what I had to say, and that's the thing that I want to think. I'm going to conclude right here. I don't know if you have got something to say about it or.
No, you proved everything that I said was right. I appreciate that. You actually have brain cells, unlike majority of the people in here. Um, and yeah, thanks for watching.
All right, thank you very much.
You mad? Boys. Oh, that was not my boo. So anyway, I'm about to watch The Loud House and go to sleep. I've been up for a while. Uh, a man said he's the one who's like a white man saying he's a black man. You can't. Well, that was my only point. Is like, okay, so can I just change whatever I'm saying and doing? That was my whole point. Just pick and choose. I'm about to watch The Loud House on Nicktoons. It's a cartoon. It's for kids, but I really like this show though. Like, it's actually really funny. Do I want your company? Your name? You say, yeah, I was Miss Thanos, and then my account got banned before I hit 100K. See why you single? Same. Love, we all African. Thanks. I remember. Yeah, there's a few people who remember um the pasty, the little. Wait, which part do you remember? Do you remember the leg up lives? Were you there when that was going on, or from something else? Cause you do stuff on the internet. You honestly think that okay, yeah, you was probably there for that. Yeah, you think you do stuff and then you honestly like I mean I was doing it in that moment. I didn't really think it was gonna get like I didn't think I was ever gonna get to the point where I had 10,000 people in my life at one time. Somehow that happened. Actually, I think I maxed it around like 20,000 people in my life at one time just for putting my leg up. And I did not ever expect that kind of traction. But also I just thought it would be something like to do at the time, but I would just like people would forget. Bro, people didn't forget that. Like they still bring it up and I'm like, crap, I thought like after my account got banned I could like pretend that that never happened, but they remember, honey, so I just go along with it. But I also realized after that it wasn't really about my leg. I think it was really about my feet. But you was always smart, just troll. Yeah, I would try to have different conversations like this. But see, back then I would really try to go straight for it. It's just that I would like look a certain way. Like back then, see, you see how I'm all covered up now. In my other lives, I used to be like all types of out and everything. So I'm covering up now because that's what I used to get like reported for all the time. So, I make sure I'm covered up and everything now. Back then, I wasn't covered up, so I would be looking like a little more risque, but I would try to just directly say, like, I would try to, say quote unquote smart things occasionally. Like, I would try to have like real talk, like share real information, whatever. But people would say like that they couldn't, that they believed what I was saying was probably like good and like valuable, but they couldn't really focus because of my appearance. And now, honestly, just I'm covered up, but I realize people don't want to. I tried to say stuff to y'all. Well, I tried to say stuff like just straight out. Like I did a live on like compassion and love, unconditional love, and I ended up getting reported for speech, like hate speech, and then I would keep trying to do lives. I couldn't get my lives over 10 viewers. Just trying to